Have you ever faced disrespect and wondered how to handle it without losing your cool? Life is full of moments that test our patience and self-control, but as a Stoic, these challenges are opportunities to grow stronger and wiser. In this video, we'll explore 7 powerful Stoic techniques to handle disrespect with grace and composure. Whether it's an insult, a rude remark, or a dismissive attitude, you'll learn how to rise above the chaos, preserve your inner peace, and respond with the strength of character that defines a true Stoic. Let's dive in. Number 1. Pause before reacting. When someone disrespects you, the first instinct is often to react immediately. Maybe you feel anger bubbling up, or your pride pushes you to say something sharp in return. But here's the thing, reacting impulsively often does more harm than good. It puts you on the same level as the person who disrespected you and might even escalate the situation. That's why the Stoics believed in the power of pausing before reacting. Think about it this way, when you take a moment to pause, you give yourself the gift of clarity. Instead of letting your emotions take over, you create a space to decide how you want to respond. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." That means you may not control what someone says or does, but you can control how you let it affect you. So, how do you pause? It's simple but powerful. The next time someone disrespects you, take a deep breath. Count to 3 or 10 if you need to. This short pause interrupts the cycle of reacting emotionally and allows your rational mind to step in. Ask yourself, does this really deserve my energy? Is it worth my peace of mind? Most times you'll realize it's not. Pausing also helps you respond in a way that reflects your values. Instead of reacting with anger or frustration, you can choose calmness and control. This not only protects your peace but often disarms the other person as well. A calm response in the face of disrespect is a sign of true strength, and it's one of the best ways to show that you are in control, not them. Number 2, reframe the insult. When someone insults you or acts disrespectfully, it can feel like a personal attack. It's easy to let their words sting or even start doubting yourself. But here's a Stoic truth. An insult says more about the person delivering it than it does about you. By reframing the situation, you can take back your power and stop letting others control your emotions. Let's break it down. Imagine someone calls you lazy or stupid. Your first instinct might be to defend yourself or throw an insult back. But what if you saw their words differently? Epictetus, a famous Stoic philosopher, had a brilliant way of handling insults. He said, "If someone speaks ill of you, do not make excuses but say, 'He does not know my other faults, else he would not have mentioned only these.'" In other words, you could acknowledge their words without giving them the power to hurt you. Reframing an insult also involves seeing the bigger picture. Why is this person being disrespectful? Maybe they're having a bad day, or maybe they're projecting their own insecurities onto you. Instead of internalizing their negativity, you can choose to feel compassion, or simply indifference. Their words don't define you, your actions and character do. Another way to reframe an insult is to see it as a chance to practice patience and humility. When someone disrespects you, it's an opportunity to grow stronger, to learn how to stay calm under pressure, and to rise above pettiness. By refusing to take their words personally, you rob the insult of its power. Ultimately, reframing an insult is about shifting your perspective. You don't need to fight every battle or prove your worth to everyone. Instead, let their words pass like the wind. Stay grounded in who you are, and remember that your peace is worth more than their opinion. Number 3, focus on what you can control. One of the core principles of Stoicism is understanding the difference between what you can control and what you cannot. When someone disrespects you, it's tempting to dwell on their actions or words, replaying the moment in your head and wishing they hadn't treated you that way. But here's the truth, their behavior is completely out of your control. What you can control, however, is how you choose to respond to it. Think of it like this. You can't stop someone from being rude or disrespectful, but you can control whether you let it ruin your day. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, often reminded himself of this. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." By focusing on what's within your control, your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you take back your power and protect your peace. Instead of wasting energy trying to change the disrespectful person, direct that energy inward. Ask yourself, how can I respond in a way that reflects my values? What kind of person do I want to be in this situation? By focusing on your own behavior, you remain grounded and in control, no matter what's happening around you. This mindset also helps you put things into perspective. Why let someone else's bad attitude or poor judgment dictate how you feel about yourself? Their actions are a reflection of who they are, not who you are. By focusing on what you can control, your reaction, you maintain your composure and dignity. Ultimately, the power lies within you. When you focus on your own thoughts and actions instead of the things you can't control, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and stay aligned with your values. That's the Stoic way of handling disrespect. Number 4, understand their perspective. When someone disrespects you, it's easy to label them as rude, mean, or simply a bad person. But Stoicism encourages us to go deeper, to try and understand why they acted that way. Often, disrespect stems not from who you are but from something the other person is dealing with: stress, insecurity, ignorance, or even pain. Understanding their perspective helps you respond with clarity and, at times, even compassion. Imagine this scenario: a coworker snaps at you during a meeting. Your first instinct might be to snap back or feel offended. But instead, ask yourself, what could be going on in their life? Maybe they're overwhelmed with deadlines, dealing with personal issues, or feeling unappreciated. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wrote, "Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize?" This perspective allows you to see others as imperfect humans, just like yourself. Understanding doesn't mean you excuse bad behavior. It simply means you don't take it personally. When you view disrespect as a reflection of their inner struggles, it loses its power to hurt you. Instead of reacting with anger or frustration, you can choose to respond calmly or even let it go entirely. This approach also helps you maintain emotional balance. When you stop seeing disrespect as an attack on your character, you stay in control of your emotions. The other person's behavior no longer dictates your reaction. Ultimately, seeking to understand their perspective doesn't just help you handle disrespect. It makes you a better person. It teaches patience, empathy, and emotional resilience. In the end, their actions may not change, but how you feel about them will, and that's what truly matters. Number 5, practice indifference. Not everything in life deserves your attention or energy, especially disrespectful behavior. One of the most powerful lessons from Stoicism is the idea of ataraxia, or calm indifference. This doesn't mean you're cold or emotionless. It means you don't let trivial matters like someone's rude comment or dismissive attitude disturb your peace of mind. Think of disrespect like a passing storm. It might be loud and disruptive, but it doesn't last forever, and it can't truly harm you unless you allow it to. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, said, "It's not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters." When someone disrespects you, their behavior is their issue, not yours. You get to choose whether you let it affect you or brush it off as irrelevant noise. Practicing indifference starts with asking yourself one simple question: does this really matter in the grand scheme of things? Most times you'll realize it doesn't. Their opinion, their words, their actions, none of these define who you are or what you're capable of. They're just fleeting moments that don't deserve to derail your peace or focus. This doesn't mean you ignore everything or let people walk all over you. It means you choose your battles wisely. Some situations might require you to calmly address the issue, but even then you approach it from a place of control, not emotion. You're not reacting out of anger, you're acting with purpose. Indifference isn't weakness, it's strength. It shows that you value your inner peace more than someone else's negativity. By practicing indifference, you free yourself from being controlled by external events. Instead, you stay grounded, focused, and unshaken no matter what comes your way. And that's the true power of a Stoic mindset. Number 6, respond with virtue. When someone disrespects you, the natural reaction is often to lash out, defend yourself, or retaliate. But Stoicism teaches us to take a different approach, one that prioritizes virtue over impulsiveness. Instead of reacting with anger or frustration, you respond with integrity, kindness, or sometimes silence. This isn't about letting people get away with bad behavior. It's about maintaining your character and not sinking to their level. Think about it this way: if someone disrespects you, their behavior reflects who they are, not who you are. Why let their negativity dictate your response? Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." In other words, the most powerful way to handle disrespect is to show that it hasn't shaken your values. By staying calm and virtuous, you not only rise above the situation but also set an example of strength and maturity. Responding with virtue doesn't mean you have to be overly kind to someone who's being hurtful. It can simply mean choosing a measured, thoughtful response. For example, if someone makes a rude comment, instead of snapping back, you might calmly correct them, or even choose to ignore it altogether. Silence, when done intentionally, can be one of the most powerful responses. It shows that their words don't deserve your energy. Sometimes, kindness is the most disarming response of all. A genuine smile, a calm acknowledgement, or a polite word can catch someone off guard and de-escalate a tense situation. It shows that you're not controlled by their behavior but guided by your own principles. Ultimately, responding with virtue is about protecting your peace and staying true to yourself. It's a way of showing that no matter how others behave, you will always choose dignity over drama. That's the mark of real strength and wisdom. Number 7. Use it for self-reflection. Disrespect is never pleasant, but Stoicism teaches us to view every challenge as an opportunity for growth, even when it comes in the form of someone else's poor behavior. Instead of letting disrespect upset you, use it as a moment for self-reflection. Ask yourself, is there something I can learn from this situation? How can this experience help me become a better, stronger person? At first, this might seem counterintuitive. Why should you reflect when someone else has treated you poorly? But self-reflection isn't about taking blame for their behavior. It's about focusing on what you can take away from the experience. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Even disrespect can be turned into a stepping stone for personal growth. For instance, when someone insults you, take a moment to consider if there's any truth to their words. If there is, you've just gained valuable insight into an area where you can improve. If there isn't, then you've practiced humility by examining yourself honestly. Either way, you've turned a negative interaction into something positive. Self-reflection also helps you build emotional resilience. Ask yourself, did this situation shake my inner peace? So what? Did I respond in a way that aligns with my values, or did I let my emotions take over? By analyzing your reaction, you learn how to better handle similar situations in the future. Finally, disrespect can remind you of the kind of person you don't want to be. Use it as a mirror to reflect on your own behavior and ensure you treat others with the respect and dignity you expect in return. In the end, self-reflection transforms disrespect from a source of frustration into a tool for self-improvement. It shifts your focus from what others do to how you can grow, turning a difficult moment into a chance to strengthen your character. And there you have it, 7 powerful Stoic techniques to handle disrespect with wisdom, grace, and strength. Remember, disrespect is inevitable, but how you respond is entirely within your control. By pausing before reacting, reframing insults, and focusing on what truly matters, you not only protect your peace but also grow stronger with each challenge. If you found these insights helpful, be sure to like this video, share it with someone who might need it, and subscribe for more lessons on Stoicism and personal growth. Let me know in the comments which technique resonated with you the most, or how you've handled disrespect in your own life. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay grounded and stay stoic.